Hello, everybody. This is Groth Ardil again, and today we're going to talk about something that's a little bit different. Well, I've only had one other video on this channel, so today we're going to talk about something that's a little bit more. I would say it's not lighthearted, but it's definitely kind of silly. All right. So first things first, we're going to look at well, William Smith or Will Smith, if you wish to call him that. But yeah, Will Smith is a 53-year-old actor that he's been in a lot of different movies. One of them, well, his most well-known role is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and there's a couple of other things like In the Pursuit of Happiness was one of my favorite movies that he's ever done. Uh, Personally, it's just a very touching movie, very well acted. It's in 2006, I think. Either way, he's a good actor. He's a great actor. He hasn't won an award yet. Well, until now. Last night, I think it was last night. Anyways, talking about that, he did something that I thought was very immature, like and very uncalled for. You see, there's it's kind of funny because again, he's 53 years old and I'm only 35. In comparison, I'm still a baby. But this fellow decided that in remarks to, I think it's called rosacea, that his wife's suffering from, which, by the way, I'm just going to go over what rosacea is. Rosacea is not a life-threatening condition, but the physical symptoms associated with the disorder can be uncomfortable and embarrassing. So most of it is social stigma. Usually, it can manifest in different ways. It's discoloration in the skin. It could also be, in the case of Jada Pinkett Smith, she had her hair starting to thin, which a lot of it's very embarrassing for a woman. But she did shave her head, which is a lot of time for women. You know, it can be embarrassing. But she's not an ugly looking woman. She's a very gorgeous looking woman. And I don't see what the big problem is. Her going bald was not necessarily like, oh God, she's going to be, ostracized now for not having good looks. Whereas I just have to say this, most black people look very good with a bald head, and the women look beautiful. Um, doesn't always go the same for people of different skin tones. I don't know what it is, but sometimes we look like aliens. Or at the very worst, like ultra nationalists. Um, so yes, rosacea is very painful in the way that its social stigma goes along with it, because again, it could be facial pattern or uh, baldness, or like certain things will happen. If you want to know, the website that I'm looking at is Share Care, and they kind of have a little bit about a little blurb about it. But again, if you simply do a search on Wikipedia or any other medical or actual medical site, you'll be able to understand that no, it's not deadly, it's not life threatening, it's more socially embarrassing. Now, Will Smith, as what we're going to talk about, actually slapped, not hit. I was hearing things like punched Chris Rock. Again, I'm gonna have to do a search to see, because I have this up. How old is Chris Rock? All right, and the results. Chris Rock is 57. So again, we have a person that's about 3 years older. 53. It's 4 years older than um, Will Smith. So yeah, he was struck across the face in the middle of his comedy act, and honestly, comedy, it was a stupid joke. It wasn't really that great, and it wasn't really offensive. If somebody called my wife GI Jane, uh, you know, again, Demi Moore is kind of the exception to the rule of if you shave your head, you look white people usually look like aliens, which I'm still saying they kind of do. Uh, uh, for that one moment, but to strike a man who made a joke, knowing that full well Will Smith has a history. He has been a comedian. Um, for instance, like the Fresh Prince is a comedy show. Um, if we look at his let's see, let's look at his filmography here. If we just scroll down, yeah, they already have the Academy Award thing on here. But yeah, he's been in politics and different things, and it's been more recent um, that I don't know, it's kind of his demeanor is changing, and it's not right actually to just strike a person. A comedian's job is to poke fun at in a lighthearted way, and quite honestly, a GI Jane joke in 2022 is not necessarily something that's really relevant, and you can tell that there were punches that were pulled in that joke to be the least offensive as possible, and for his wife to be offended by a GI Jane um, comment, or even for William Smith, it's kind of silly. In fact, to try to make out that you're trying to protect your wife, how you could protect your wife very easily is to have a conversation like an adult. This whole thing was like, I would say, a high school drama. And that's pathetic for somebody that's in their 50s. You're nearly in your 60s. You need to act your age and not your shoe size, because, you know, it was some teen drama. Or some preteen drama, I should say, because even teens have their shit together better than that. It's just ridiculous. Anyways, guys, I hope this was lighthearted, and I hope you got a little something out of it. All right, and have a good one. I hope this was funny. Have a great day. Bye bye.